Man, I look at that first month for the White Sox and pay attention to them the first month because they're going to come out like gangbangers, man.
Yep.
New coach, new attitude, new spring training, and it makes a big difference. To me, when you go from a manager and the ups and downs that they had and the decision making, to me, just wasn't effective. It wasn't quick, and there was multiple games you mentioned earlier that they just flat out lost.
All right, baseball isn't boring, and you know what else isn't boring? Betting isn't boring.
Hell no.
Let's go. All right, betting isn't boring. It's a new era. Very, very exciting, Pat. Jonathan Papelbon. They're going to be at this time in, I'm going to say, I'll give it 2 months. All right, 2 months. This time in 2 months, you are going to be the one throwing you know how Gronk did the kick of destiny at the Super Bowl for FanDuel? Yeah. The pitch of destiny, Jonathan Papelbon.
Let's do it, baby.
We love FanDuel. We love
90 plus, at least 90 plus. Hey, I'm back in the gym, baby. You see I'm getting ready.
Yeah, really. After the surgery, after the first pitch.
Yeah.
Really? Can you throw a baseball?
Oh shit, yeah, man. Come on.
All right. Okay.
I'll be on my deathbed, be able to throw a baseball, Rob.
This is what we're gonna do, Pat. This is what we're gonna do. First over under the season when the season begins. Over under on your velocity throwing a baseball.
90. I mean, I'm 43 effing years old.
Okay. So 90.
90.
Okay. On March 27th, 90.
When I was doing a little, we'll call it an internship with Neston, that's what I bet Jim Rice, and I don't know if you saw that episode, but I came back on the show and we made it rain, so.
Yeah, I did. And I also know the behind the scenes of the radar gun. So
scenes what?
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Are you insinuating that Vegas might have their hands in something here?
Maybe. But all I'm saying is this: when we do it on March 27th, the day before opening day, the pitch of destiny, sponsored by FanDuel, 90 is the mark.
Well,
right?
I'm already in the gym, thinking about juicing here shortly. So, am I allowed to do that?
You do whatever you want.
Yeah, because I'm not getting tested.
No, you're not. You're right.
I get jacked up, ready to go however I want.
No, baseball isn't boring, and neither is PEDs.
It is not boring, folks.
All right. So we got to get right to it, Pat.
Let's do it.
Football's in the rear view. You lose any money on the Super Bowl? Win any?
No, actually, man, I crushed the Super Bowl. Super Bowl went great. Didn't take anything. I took some prop bets, though. Big prop bet on the Super Bowl. Of course, I went tails never fails. Bam. Nailed it right out the gate. So I knew it was going to be a good night. I went Goddard and his over. Nailed that. And I actually went with no Gatorade.
Ooh.
On the coach. And I was plus 1,800 it was, Rob.
Whoa.
And so I was like, I'm in. I see Andy Reid, and I'm like, I see a little bit of something maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, did they get him? So finally it came through. It was purple, which I think purple was plus 1,200. So
it sounds like you had a good day, man. Sounds like
we had a good day. It was good, man.
Yeah.
But on to baseball now, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just turn the page to baseball. So there's a lot we can get to, and we'll get to that over the course. Plenty of time over the course of spring training to get to things, but we're just gonna get down to brass tacks. Division winners. All right, I got the FanDuel favorites right here. I don't have the odds, but I have the favorites, which is good enough.
Okay.
And so we're going to start with the American League Central, just because that's at the top. You go to FanDuel.com. That's at the top of the list. Okay, this is what we got. We got the Guardians. I'm going to put them in order. Guardians, White Sox, Twins, Tigers, Royals.
Guardians,
White Sox, Twins, Tigers, Royals.
Yeah, well, obviously, I like to look at these, I go from bottom to the top. So yep. I don't look at these from the best to the bottom. I know one thing, Tigers are going to be bottom of the barrel there.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know if run lines and total runs for the years have all come out yet. But for me, I'm gonna take my money and put it on the White Sox.
That's a good one. I like
At
that.
this division. Yeah. So you tend to agree with me?
I do, because I think that they would have won 10 more games with a different manager. Was it last year? I think that they've, Abreu's gone, but I still like they have a very talented team. And I like the new manager. I like Pedro Grifol because he came on our podcast.
Last year, the biggest disappointment in baseball to me was Tony La Russa.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I like Tony. I like Tony.
I like him,
yeah.
but it was a huge disappointment. I was on an all-star team with him. He was a great manager. He said, Pat, you're closing it out. Well, let's do it. But I mean, to me, when you go from a manager and the ups and downs that they had and the decision making, to me, just wasn't effective. It wasn't quick. And there was multiple games you mentioned earlier that they just flat out lost because of that.
Well, it's energy. Like, that's the one thing is that, and Pedro Grifol came on here and just said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there wasn't good energy. And
and so
yeah,
that's why I like the White Sox this year, is because in this division, you got the Guardians and you got Tito and look, Tito's a certified pro and he'll have his teams ready.
Hall of Famer. Yep.
Hall of Famer that will have his teams ready. There is no question about it. Okay. Yep. But when you look at, this division, I say who has the most upside. And I look at who has the most upside, who has the most downside. To me, the Tigers have the most downside. So throughout the course of the season, I'm going to be looking at them to obviously go against them and to not take some of these covers. But the White Sox, man, they might be a team that you ride for a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, if you can pick a team that you don't have to pick the favorite, so you can make a little bit of money, right?
It's not a value bet there, Rob. That's what I'm going for.
That's a value bet.
Yes. So I'm going for the value bet right here with the White Sox. And, I think that this manager situation, when you get players in that clubhouse and they have a new, fresh start, man, I look at that first month for the White Sox and pay attention to them the first month, because they're going to come out like gangbangers, man.
Yep.
New coach, new attitude, new spring training, and it makes a big difference.
Yep, and they can set the tone. Astros right out of the gate in Houston, ring ceremony day. So there you go. Set the tone, White Sox. All right.
Can I get a little tidbit on that there, Rob?
What do you want?
Okay. I'm going to put this on the table right now here, Rob, because you got opening day. Astros are feeling themselves and, they got to get our rings, and they're worried about 20 different other things on opening day. Okay.
I like it.
White Sox are going to stroll into Minute Maid like, oh, these are the same White Sox as last year. Nope. It's going to be a big eye-opening game that first game.
I like it. The first official single game bet of the year is going to be that. Excellent.
I didn't know if we were doing that. I didn't know if we were.
No, but listen, Pat, we got a long time to go, but it's good to set the tone for that. It's good. All right.
That's why I got my spears out today. I'm in the bunker today, Rob, because I'm throwing darts. I mean, that's a dart, and I'm just throwing them, baby.
All right. Well, this one's a little tougher, okay? So the AL East. So here you go. And so this is like you legitimately have, you could make a case for any of these teams. I'm going to be honest with you, any of these teams. But this was what FanDuel has them in order: Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles, Red Sox. Red Sox last. Last time the Red Sox enter a season behind the Orioles, never. So, never.
Yeah. This is a tough one for me. Obviously with me going to Ness and everything, I'm going to be pumping the Red Sox.
Wait. Sorry. Okay. I want you to mention every team but the Red Sox. All right. All right. We'll take the Red Sox out of the equation. Okay. So Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles. What do you got?
Okay. So to me, you look at, let's just look at it real quick. You look at the Yankees, man, and I hate to say it. You can look at all of the other Verlanders and all these other big deals that happened this offseason. The biggest thing that happened this offseason that will affect the most is the Yankees got their guy back. Okay.
Ooh.
The Yankees got Aaron Judge back, and that is going to be able to keep the Yankees in it and say, we're not going anywhere. Okay. Now, if they don't sign Aaron Judge and they go get a new guy, ooh,
Yeah,
man, I bring them way down. Okay. But you have to have stabilities in these clubhouses. You have to have stability in lineups. Aaron Judge is the biggest and most stable Major League Baseball that I've seen in a long time player. I mean, this guy is, contract year hitting 50, 60 home runs. I mean, to me, that is, as no heartbeat is as good as it gets. And, I look for the Yankees to come out again hot. I think last year they were already giving the Yankees the World Series after the first month, right?
Yeah. Well,
I look for the same.
Right.
I look for the same.
And you know what? They added someone else, Carlos Rodon. I mean, that's a pretty good pitcher. I mean, so
great point, Rob.
Yeah, thank you. That's why I'm paid the big bucks. All right, so you're just gonna go with a favorite there, the Yankees over the Blue Jays, Rays, and Orioles.
Yeah, no, I'm not going with the Yankees.
No,
okay.
Okay.
I'm just going through like what they did, right?
Right.
Blue Jays next.
Yeah.
What have they done? What have they done this offseason?
They traded for a really good relief pitcher.
Okay.
And what else did they do?
Nothing.
They got Chris Bassett.
Who? Let me tell you something, man. If you're the Blue Jays and you go out and say, I'm going to sign Chris Bassett, 4 ERA, yeah, he won games and all that last year. You need a bona fide number one, dude. You need help in the bullpen. Dude, your lineup's putting up almost 6 runs a game last year. So, look, man, go get some damn pitching. Don't just sign one starting pitcher. You need bullpen help. Gausman's the real deal. I give you that in the back end. But before Gausman, you have nothing. And when you get towards the end of a season and you get into postseason, if you don't have nothing, you better go get something. If you don't, which they didn't last year, which tells me they're not going to do it again this year, done, man. So I'm actually putting the Blue Jays
behind
the Orioles.
Oh.
In front of the Red Sox.
Wow.
I'm not supposed to talk about Red Sox.
The team that shall not be named. So are you going to pick the Rays over the Orioles? This is the big question.
The Rays are my value bet in this.
Rays. The Rays are the pick.
The Rays are my pick in this division. Yes.
We don't know how they do it. They just do it.
Well, I'll tell you how they do it. They have pitchers that throw strikes. They don't walk anybody. They've got a great pitching coach in Kyle Snyder, and they've got a manager who has been there for a long time. He runs a system very well with the front office there in Kevin Cash. And, I mean, you call it what it is, a suck-up or whatever he just does, but he still has his decisions, and he makes his decisions. He may be only like a lesser part of that decision-making than most managers in that front office. But, look, at the end of the day, he's got a squad. He's got pitchers, and it never fails, man. It just seems like they grow right-handed pitchers that throw 99.
And I tell you what, go to MLB Pipeline. They got some more coming. It's crazy. It's crazy.
They're like growing them on trees. And so to me, anytime you have that kind of system and the arms, and you can always pull up a guy here and there. And so it makes your stretch run allowed to go longer into the season because you got more firepower.
Yep. I like it. So we got the White Sox as a value bet in the Central. We got the Rays as a value bet in the East. Now we go to the West. So here you go, Pat. Astros, Mariners, Rangers, Angels, Athletics.
No value in this one. No value.
Just flat out.
Flat out Astros.
Okay.
The Astros are right now, they're the bully on the block. Okay. Right now, they're kicking your ass and taking your lunch money.
Except on opening day.
Except on opening day. I mean, for a whole, that's what they've been doing. Yeah. So they're the bully on the block, and to me, yeah, you've got the whole Julio, the J-Rod deal, and Seattle, and I love that. I think you need, that youth and that next MLB face to come.
I love him.
Yeah.
I told Pap, I said, if I'm going to start with one player, a team, you give me one player, I'm picking him, Julio Rodriguez. Yeah,
I love him. I do too. Have you had much interaction with him?
I mean, just a little bit at the All-Star game. Yeah, seems like a good guy, but it's
I think he's in a system and in a team. It's just like you take a Trout and a J-Rod. You put these guys in the right system and you put the pieces around them, great things start to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do that with Trout in LA, and we've all seen what has happened. They've wasted years of championships, in my opinion, with this guy.
Well, now they're going to lose Ohtani. So
and So
I picked
a great situation.
I picked Pat. I've been sort of saying the Rangers are spending all this money. At some point, it has to click, right? So you got DeGrom there, you got Evaldi there now. After you spend all the money on Simeon and Seager last year, and I know that they still have holes, but
they have a lot of holes still.
That's my value pick. I'm going to say
I like that value pick. I think because if they fill those holes that you're talking about, Rob, they make a run.
Yeah.
Okay. But to me, this is what I used to tell Pedroia all the time. Okay. You pay to win the game. Okay. You pay to win. Now that's what they're doing, right? They're paying to win games, but you don't pay to win championships. To win championships, you got to have the right coach, you got to have the right environment, and you got to have the right players that all are in as a one team. Let's go do this, right? You can't have one pulling on the chain. So, for me, I don't see it with the Rangers.
Well, I got a question. When you told that to Pedroia, what did he say?
Oh, I think he said something like, they need to pay me or something like that. Like, if they want to win, they need to pay me more, So.
All right, let's keep it moving here. NL Central. This is a weird division.
Yeah.
Bizarre. So we got the Cardinals, the Brewers, the Cubs. Obviously, they get Dansby Swanson, a few other guys. You got Bellinger there. You get the Pirates, and you got the Reds. Are you just no value bet there, Pat?
This is just one where I stay away, and when it comes down to, taking some of these games and then this early in the season, Rob, it's just as important to stay away from the teams and stay away from the games that either with your research you like or don't like. I think a lot of people get to the point where they're like, oh man, like I'm just going to throw this down. But no, like there's a lot of things you got to stay away from in baseball. I think this division's one of them.
Yeah.
So, man, I like the Cubs. But man, lately the Cubs have been hard to bet with. So when you're betting and you're going through a baseball season, you want to be just like a manager. So I want to know, like, what 9 guys, okay, can I count on at least this from this guy and this from that guy? So when you bet, you say, okay, can I at least count on them showing up today and putting at least 5 across the home plate today?
Yeah.
Or, you're not going to know that with any of these teams in this division because, number one, a lot of them are going to have minor league players playing for them this year. So you can't bet on teams with these minor league guys trying to make – you got to go with what is proven big league players. And so I try to stay away from them, but if I had to, I would say Cubs.
All right, Cubs. That's a little bit of a value pick there. They're number 3.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but you don't feel great about it.
I don't feel great about it, no.
All right. Here comes one. Oh my goodness. Here comes one. The NL East. Here you go. The Mets, the Braves, the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals. Ooh.
This is the AL East of old, baby.
It is. Top heavy.
We have flipped Okay. We have flipped from the AL East being the monsters of baseball. This is the monster division of baseball. I look at this as the Mets are doing everything, and they're paying to win. They're paying to win, right? I get it, but
you know who else is? The Phillies.
Everybody else, yes.
Everybody else.
Yes.
And the Braves in their own way, where they're just paying guys extensions. So everyone's paying to win.
Which are smart, and they're sticking within their protocol of how they're going to do it, right? And how they're going to grow, build, and become a championship team again. But damn, I love the Phillies, baby. I do, man. And I said this when I was playing with them. I said, damn, man, if we could just start spending some damn money, man, so I like it not only for that, but number two, I'm going to tell you, man, Schwarber, Harp, these guys are hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. Harper has become 10 times the player he is that when I played with him, 10 times the leader. And he's got another guy, Schwarber, with him to help carry that load. And I think that is huge. Just like, David helped carry the load with Manny. You need that. Man, don't let them go get a big name pitcher at the trade deadline.
Oh, and they will.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah. I love this new owner, man.
Yeah.
I wish I would play with him.
It's a combination, though. It's not only Middleton, it's that you have the GM who's not afraid to spend the money.
Yes.
So
that's when I say I love this new owner. Yeah. So Middleton was there, but he was also in it with a lot of other guys. He bought them out,
Yeah.
And now he can make the full-on decisions without the other group.
Yeah. So Philly's value pick.
Yeah.
Because they're number 3 right now. They're number 3.
Yes, that's why. I not only do I like them, but I could get more value with them and know and know that, okay, the owner, the coach, man, I love the new coach too. Thompson.
Yeah.
He's a player's coach.
Yeah.
So with all these little outside things being said, dude, don't let them go get a pitcher at the trade deadline if they're in. And that they're hungry.
I tell you.
And so with this being said, you get what FanDuel is saying as the third. They're ranking them as third right now.
Yeah, third in division. So, Thank you. Baby. Yeah, thanks for the money.
Thank you. Thanks, FanDuel. We love you.
So listen, we got one more division to go, but my heart rate is already like sky high because it's getting me ready to run down. Bet on fit. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to win some money. So last division, which is the spiciest, right? The NL East might be better because of the top 3. Now, if Correa landed with the Giants, it might be different, but he didn't. So now you have in this division, and this is controversial. Dodgers still number 1 here. Padres number 2, Giants number 3, Diamondbacks, Rockies.
Okay. To me, you look at this division and you say there's two teams at the top of this, right? Everybody else has fallen by the wayside in this division because of either not wanting to spend money or a Correa deal going through, not being able to finalize things, or sticking to their so-called philosophies and not paying players. Okay. To me, you got the Dodgers and the Padres literally in a title fight.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, I love it, dude. Like, this is what baseball is about.
2 hours away, by the way. 2 hours away.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, you want to go get him? Okay, I'm going to go get this guy, and we're going to punch right back, right? And so that's what makes it interesting to me, and that's what I love. And with that being said, I'm going with the Padres.
Yeah.
Going with the Padres, man, because I don't know. Their GM showed me something last year when he said, I don't need anybody else. Who are you talking about? The guy was just on the cover of 2K.
Yeah.
And to me, when you have a GM that's like that, he doesn't care. All he cares about is winning. And if you are on board to win, and if you are on board to mature up and be a part of this equation, we don't need you. So what does that tell everybody else in that clubhouse?
Yeah.
So they're in it to win it. And that's the way I look at it.
And you know what? They just did it again. Michael Wacha, a good pitcher.
Yeah.
A good pitcher. So there you go.
That's where you come into play. That's what I like, Rob. You bring in the things that people don't think about and the guys that might make a big difference, but people don't think they make a difference. See, that's where me and you are going.
That's
we're
right.
Make a lot of money.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna go next level. All right. What we needed one prop bet, and here's a prop bet, which we won't get. We won't have a definition for it, but it'll lead to a good conversation. What percentage of players heading into pitchers and catchers start some places today? What percentage of players say they are in the best shape of their lives?
I know Kurt Schilling ain't one of them. Nah, I love you, Kurt. It blow my mind how out of shape he come in spring training. But by the time that season started, baby, he was ready.
Like you put on the rubber suit and you run around Florida a little bit. There you go. That's all it takes. But you know what I'm saying, Pat? Like this is best shape of your life season. Like if you had to go through in your day, right? Back, you have 25 guys. You go through 25 guys. You go around. If I, as a reporter, went around and say, "Are you in the best shape of your life?" How many would say yes?
Unless you're a dumbass, you would say no. But to me, look, here's the thing: the game's changed a lot from when I played. So guys showed up to spring training to get in shape, and then like a year or two into that, I was like, "Oh God, everybody's now showing up in shape for spring training." So, you know, the percentage of players that are going to say they're in shape, in the best shape of their life, and I'm ready, got to be 90 plus.
I knew it.
The ones that actually are, it's got to be like 30 or 40%.
Thank you. There you go. We've set the line. 90% saying 30%, maybe 35% are actually. Who came in, and you remember who came in, not the worst shape, but like in too good a shape. Like you're like, dude, it's a long season.
Ellsbury every year, man. It used to drive me crazy. I'm like, dude, we got 162 of these and another 30 in spring training. And I'm like, you're out there freaking running like 4.240s, like suave mente, bro. Like, and I used to be like, man, like you don't have to, prove anything. Everybody knows you're in shape. But the players and the trainers that understand the grind and understand how to stay healthy are the ones that win championships. There's no question about it. And that's why so much money and so much attention is being spent on it now. Whereas run laps, it used to be.
Oh, I used to go see those guys at Athletes Performance,
Yeah, API, yeah.
Yeah, API. So listen, I'm so glad you said that because that's what I said. It's best shape of your life season. And at 90%, absolutely you're going to say I'm the best shape of my life. But let's get real.
Yeah, I mean, even if they're not, because guess what? If it goes out that they're not in shape or, they prove to not be in shape, I mean.
Oh, remember a picture of Beckett in spring training?
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. He throws a baseball.
He's pregnant.
Yeah. It'll all be good. All right, man. Well, listen, thank you for making us all money once again.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
It's going to be a fun ride. And most importantly, what we've set on March 27th, there's two things are going to happen. The pitch of destiny, you're going to have to throw 90. 90? Like, so are we saying, what's the over-under? 80, 89 and a half?
88.9.
Okay, 88.9.
I'm sorry. 89.9.
89.9. Okay, yeah. 89.9 is the over-under. And right now, while you can, if you want some action on day one of the MLB season. White Sox against Astros.
White Sox against Astros on opening day. You could go back and look it up. I think that it's close to 70% hitting on the underdog or the visiting team on days that the championship team gets their rings.
Awesome. See, that's your next level.
There you go.
All right, man.